Well, I can say that the government of President Muhammadu Buhari, to a large extent, is a youth-friendly government because we are, at the last count, over 24 different youth-focused programs scattered in various ministries, departments, and agencies of government. And these programs, some of them have started running as far back as 2015. Some of them came midway into the first term. In fact, this year alone, about 2 or 3 have been birthed. Of course, that shows very much that the issue of youth is a top agenda item for this administration. What the protest has shown is that government needs to accelerate and deepen most of these programs by onboarding more youth on this program to give them the empowerment they need, the skills that they need, provide them with the finances and the access to credit that they need to become entrepreneurs and wealth creators. Some of these programs, you talk about (24 to 48 hours), we had over 300,000 applications. As I speak, I don't have the figure now, but it's almost 6 days that we started. And several other programs. We have the Youth FinTech. The CBN created a specialized license for the purpose of helping our youth. We've seen our youth thrive in the FinTech subsector. When you look at the recent one, which is a Paystack, bought for over 200 million US dollars. That's the youth fintech. So the enabling environment for youth fintechs to thrive, Flutterwave is there, and a couple of others. That is under the same administration. And the attention being paid to youth development, youth upskilling, has never been done before by previous administration. And I can talk about a couple of other youth programs. The NYC allowance was also increased from 19,800 to 33,000, higher than the minimum wage, still under this government. We have the public works scheme, 1,000 jobs for each local government, 774, massive, semi-skilled. So we're looking at not just the skilled youth, but also the unskilled youth. No government has had this kind of expansive public works program that captures almost 1 million of our youth at the goal. So it's just not just Ministry of Youth that is saddled with making sure that our youth are taken care of. But this government is living through the National Youth Policy that has been approved by the federal government that has 13 thematic areas that our youth need to be engaged and supported in key areas: youth and sport, youth and education, youth and agriculture. That's why we have the young farmers. Hundreds of thousands of them have benefited from the young farmers loan with the CBN. And we have youth and science and tech, youth and environment, youth and ICT, and it just goes on and on, covering all the 13 areas. And that's why you see 25 youth-focused programs, domicile in various ministries, MDAs and the rest that coincide with the thematic areas of the National Youth Policy. So that implementation is ongoing. But what has happened right now is that The government knows that we need to ratchet up the numbers, get most of our youth skilled because of the digital economy in which we are. And this government is committed to making the youth the center focus of our development, be it in politics, in the economy. The Not Too Young to Build was signed 2 years and a couple of months ago by Mr. President. That was significant. We've seen the inroads our youth have enjoyed into elective offices in this country. These are some hard facts you cannot really push away. They are there. But also, unless our youth apply themselves to these opportunities, we know that sometimes there are obstacles along the way. But applying yourself to any or a number of these 25 opportunities would definitely help to lift our youth out of poverty and out of unemployment. Our goal and the goal of this government is to turn our youth into self-starters, support them to become self-starters, turn them into work creators, turn them into entrepreneurs. That is the focus. No country has been able to solve its youth unemployment problem without, in a deliberate way, through policy and actions, make of them entrepreneurs. And that comes through access to finance, and that's what the Nigerian Youth Investment Fund does for us. And I know that this government will continue to support that. What we hope is that at some point we can get in more funds into the basket so that we can increase the number of our youth that can benefit from the NYI. And then we'll also expand the number of our strategic implementation partners that we're working with, who are also experts in youth training. We have an ongoing partnership with IBM. We have an ongoing partnership with Junior Achievement. We have an ongoing partnership with Google. We have an ongoing partnership with Microsoft under the 25 million digital training for across the world. We're working on the final details for that. All of these are youth focused, all of them. But we know that we also need to create an enabling environment politically, and we think the reforms that are ongoing, the police reforms and other necessary reforms, will take place. The President has activated various levels of government to deal with some of the issues that have been brought forth by the youth of this country, by the Nigerians at large. And I think that together we can help to make the dreams of our youth realizable.